What would you do if you saw someone you knew starring in porn? Watch it, regret it, pretend I didn't, and finally act weird every time I see them. Sips coffee. So, how's the work? Family member keep secret and never think about it again. Friend subscribe and never think about it again. It depends on whether or not it's a family member or really close friend versus an acquaintance. In the first instance, I would turn it off and never tell them I saw it. If it's just an acquaintance, I would probably watch. At least some. Might tell them later, if it's memorable. Finish. I saw my ex in one and it was weird AF. Mostly was a mixture of arousal and jealousy lol. My friend actually does it on the side. I stumbled on one video and she immediately knew I knew because I was acting weird. One day she just says, "You saw my videos," and I said, "Yes, sorry, I didn't mean to," and asked me if I jerked off to it. I was like, "What? No, not me, never." Facepalm #hash. We're still good friends and every now and then she will tease me and ask if I jerked it to her newest vignette. It's an interesting dynamic, our friendship. Ask a lot of fucking questions. The pandemic led to an uprising amount of people I know creating an OnlyFans page. Let's be honest. Would you pay $5 to see an attractive girl or guy you know naked? In my opinion, it was $25 well spent. Learn to stop rifling through the showboxes in my parents' closet. I grew up with Lena Paul. She probably doesn't care if anyone who knew her as a kid knows at this point. Hey dude, I saw you on TV. Where? Pornhub. Someone who was dating a guy in my friend group was in a porno. My best friend and I saw about a minute of it. She was fucking some old dude and we never spoke of it to her. It's not like she didn't know it existed and we figured everyone either already knew and didn't talk about it, or they didn't know and we didn't need to tell them lol. Disgusting. I turn it off as soon as I orgasm. Laugh at them for getting stuck in the sink or washing machine. Idiots. I actually know multiple PPL who did porn. For me it's a bit more arousing to watch them as you know them. Unzips. Rub one out in their honor. I am friends with a porn actress. We had a convo about it and she shares when new scenes come out. She enjoys it, I enjoy it, so who cares? That all depends on whether I'd imagined what her Cecily bump trinket looked like before or not. If yes, I'm absolutely flat-pinned to that shibs. If you mean see them in passing IRL, then I'd act the same. It's just a job, I just now know what they look like naked. If you mean seeing them in the actual porn scene itself, well, I've always been a fan of the arts. Keep minding my own business. I highly recommend it. Crank it to the max. If that person is male, I'm not even going to watch it. If that person is female, watch it and then just live my life minding my own business. Nothing. Let them just do their thing without giving them any grief. So fun fact. I went to high school with someone who is now in porn. I haven't heard from him in a great while. I have watched countless hours of porn to see if I could find him. I asked but he didn't want to say. I have a few friends in the industry. They're cool as heck, I love them. Gotta support your friends and tell them great job giving taking that big ol' D. Continue masturbating. Obviously I would spontaneously combust. Kidding. No, why would I do anything or care? That's none of my business. They make thousands of porn movies every day, someone I know is bound to be in one of them. At the end of the day I just want them safe. As long as they're happy doing what they're doing, I'm okay with it. But if they don't feel safe or are unhappy, then it's an issue. Sold a car to I was a car salesman. Obviously, when a customer does a finance application and puts actress as her job, we Googled searched her with the best. I obviously did check out some of her back catalogue. I was in my early 20s, it was a bit weird when I handed the car over. I did ask her if she needed me to come round and do monthly safety checkups on the car, and that I was able to do it shirtless in full PPE whilst hinting I wasn't afraid of a camera, but unfortunately she never took me up on that. Be surprised, laugh it off, and move on. Ask them out. If be seen them naked. Ice is broken at that point. Honestly, as a gay man with my social circles, I already have. Several times. Hell, a couple have even plugged their OnlyFans on their public Facebook pages. Serious answer, I'd ask them about it just to be sure that it wasn't uploaded without their consent. Tell them check out mine next. If it was a friend, show them some support with my wallet. If it was a family member, show them some support with my wallet. Happened with 3 different was a weird kid who went to a porn convention to try to connect with people and become a male porn, found out it's way more lucrative to do gay porn. The second was a teacher at my high school, then years later I ended up in the same EMP class as the third was one of my client's older sisters who started doing OnlyFans and now does porn. FAP. Entirely depends who it is I'm recognizing and what they are doing. Could puke. Could watch. Could cheer. If the question is asking, what would I do if I were to find out one of my friends was pursuing a career in porn? My answer would be absolutely nothing. I don't change how I am with my friends depending on what career they're in. If they brought it up to me to talk about, I'd be more than happy to go into it with them. However, if they never said anything, I wouldn't either. Just seems like an unnecessary thing to bring up. I've actually seen a few people I know. I think it's pretty cool. I feel like I know someone famous. What they're doing ain't hurting my feelings at all. Enjoy life. What's weird is a girl I used to date back in the day did porn a few years after we broke up. After a friend of mine showing me her video and asking if that was insert name, I now have confirmation that I am not packing the heat I thought I was. Mind my business. Who am I to judge how people pay their bills? Mind my own businesses. Hugh. Assuming it's consensual and not revenge porn. Family wash my eyes with bleach, maybe find some electric shock therapy. Close friend nothing, if they wanted me to know, they'd have told me. Passing acquaintance work colleague have a wank and keep it to myself, probably regret it later. Nothing. Watch it, I grew up with 2 girls you would all know the names of, well, one of them at least you all would know. But 2 that do porn. Actually happened to me. La Serena 69 was in my classroom every day for about 2 years in college. We were both studying advertising in Caracas. I didn't talk much with her though, I think she was a few years older and I kinda had a different social circle. I actually jerked off to her porn a bunch of times before even realizing it was her. She had quite the glow up after moving to the US. So I went to youth group, like at a church when I was younger, with a girl. She did one of those black couch casting calls or whatever they're called later on in life. A couple years after that, she did my family's photos. LOL. I did watch it before that. Never said a word about it. Also a girl I went to high school with but didn't know very well did porn and I watched a few on the hub and they're legit. She lived a few doors down from me at my apt complex for a while. Shrug medium light skin tone emoji modifier hashtag